Welcome everybody back to the Taste Buds podcast. As always, it's Drew, aka Big Red Belly.
And Ben, aka Sauce.
A lot of energy from Ben tonight. No Kenneth today, so we're two-man leaving, but we're still going to get an awesome NBA episode out for you today. We're going to go over the dark horse teams that we actually think have a chance to make a run, and the teams at the top of each conference possibly that could be upset. But before we get into all that juicy goodness, Ben, how are you doing on this warm Wednesday night?
Yeah, it's I've heard it's pretty warm down there in Norfolk. It's still a little cold
Oh,
up here in Chicago, but yeah, I'm pretty envious of y'all. But um Kenneth was talking about one of our coworkers is pretty popular on TikTok. She has like 20K followers.
the
And
VTuber?
yep. And Kenneth was
Huh?
like, I can't wait till I'm social media famous
Oh,
on
yeah?
like YouTubers or like TikTok or something. And then one of our other coworkers was like, "You mean on the Taste Buds podcast?" He's like, "Yeah, I
Woo-hoo!
guess if we ever do that." But yeah, it sounds like Kenneth's head is focused elsewhere other than the podcast. I mean, you and I, we're out here grinding. It seems like we're two man weaving it more than
I
Kenneth.
mean, I got boots on ground. I got scouts. I mean, I got insiders. I'm basically the new Shams, but I mean, ever.
But better because
Also,
Shams doesn't break anything.
no, he doesn't. He just talks about Giannis.
Yep. But
Um, but also, I know you being from Chicago, you kind of you kind of adopt some of the city's personality with you. So I wanted to give you this platform as well tonight to just talk about your thoughts on the Jaden Ivey situation. I'm
but
sure
yeah,
we agree.
last thing, it's also about a player that may be cut or just did something bad. I bought a James Pierce rookie card out of 15, and obviously I kind of want to sell that. And somebody just offered me more money than I paid for it. So I'm actually going to flip a James Pierce card for a little bit of a profit. I'm happy to get off that. So now I don't have
Now
any
that's a guy I
times.
want to be friends with.
Oh, yeah.
We are paying over market value for a James Pierce card.
Yep. But how are
Hell
you doing
to the
today?
yeah. Well, they haven't heard, but obviously I had some runs with VJ and Maxi. Wow, what am I talking about? And obviously my knee blew out,
Oh,
unfortunately,
yeah.
going for a dunk. But it's good progress. We've started to. I can walk around. I wouldn't say it's easy, but I can walk around, and mainly I still have at least one crutch with me. But it's getting
Mhm.
better. It's getting better every day.
And if they look hard enough, they can watch the live footage somewhere on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
It's out there.
Oh yeah. That is some good. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, so speaking of basketball, that's what we're gonna be talking about today, right?
Of course, yes, we are going over the teams, the teams in the play-in, like six through 10 that we actually think might have a chance to upset or possibly make a little run. Do you have a team in mind, or do you want me to take it away?
I'll give you the floor to start, and I'll pick up where you leave off.
You say you'll take Florida?
No, I said I'll give you the floor, and I'll pick up wherever you leave off.
Oh, thought you were stamping your flag with the Heat. Like, sure,
Nope,
I
the
guess.
Magic. Even though they're the
What?
5 seed,
Oh,
so they
yes,
don't
the
even.
Magic. Yes, even better. Um, I mean, you guys know I'm a Sixers fan, so it's biased. But how could I not choose this team when you just look at their possible ceiling? Joel Embiid is low key cooked defensively, but offensively, he's still like giving you easy top 10 production. I don't know specifically, but I know that after his really bad start, he's. I know I threw some at least over. I think it's like a 19 to 20 game stretch. He's at 30 points per game on I think like 65% true shooting, with like I think 5 assists in those games as well. I don't know the rebounds, but I do remember those specific stats. I was like, he just him and Maxi and I guess Paul George playing well as the Sixers just played the Wizards before we recorded this. And Paul George dropped 39 points in 30 minutes. an absolute just menace. He's driving the most I've seen him as a Sixer. He's looked the best he's looked as a Sixer, and color me surprised. I didn't think he still had this in him, but I'm extremely excited.
Hey, Bam
And
did score 83 against the same defense. So,
oh, true, so true. Uh,
but
but
yeah, off the perk P
yeah, yeah, off the
might
pills
be a
P,
thing.
off the perk P, he might be back. But he again, all I'm seeing is he's still getting stocks because he's still such a good defender, rebounder, and just margin guy. But one of the best things again that I've seen from him personally is the fact that he's getting downhill offensively. His three ball also is just hitting right now. He's a great catch and shooter. His entire career. Like he was close to 50% a couple of those years with the Clippers. That's why I loved him so much as like an addition to this offense. And yeah, I think at least in the last 4 games, you're kind of seeing a little of it come to fruition. And I'll be honest, I didn't think it was going to because this guy's 36, and I thought he was coming off of a suspension because he was taking PDs because he was so cooked. And even he was playing better this year. I think I mentioned that, right? That he was better this year than last year.
Yeah.
But it's not like he was some star. It was just like this guy's better than Tobias Harris. But if he can give us 20, which he's been easily able to, he's been getting more than 20 over the last 4 games he's been back. But if he can give us 20, Ben, I mean
hmm
that's beautiful. And then VJ, I think, is going to be one of the more deciding factors whether this team is actually going to really bounce in the playoffs. And the shooting, I think we are. Yeah, actually, I know this. We're 35% 3-point shooting team, which is pretty middling, not great. It could be obviously that could be way better. It's not the worst, but it's not. I mean, 35% from three isn't the best. But we've had stretches where we have weeks where we're at like 45, and we've had stretches where we're below 30. So if we can, I don't know. I feel like if we can catch a good shooting performance from like a good shooting series from like Quentin Grimes and Kelly Oubre and VJ, like I think we could beat a team like, and I literally I'm contradicting myself, a team like the Knicks because I just planted my flag in the Knicks last year. I mean last podcast, I was kind of giving their praises because all their numbers on the margins for defense are still good. But when you get into a playoff setting where it's bogged down, Brunson's going to be in the action every single time. And Cat just gets cooked by Joel Embiid. Mitch Rob obviously can defend him. Mitch Rob, I really, really want him as a free agent. I know I've mentioned that, but that would be a perfect addition. And yeah, I mean, Maxey, Embiid, offense with Paul George, VJ cooking, and then good shooting series like that. That's a team that you look and like, wow, yeah, they could easily win a series against the Knicks. I think we could easily win, not easily, but you could see us in that hypothetical world beat every team except for the Celtics, who I think are really, really good. Okay. Do you have any thoughts on the Sixers? I know I just spewed a bunch of bullshit out there.
Yeah, I mean, if they're fully healthy, I think, I guess to like
They're fully
spoil
healthy right
your
now. There's no
question.
knee problems.
hmm Yeah, I think
Joel
out
wanted
of
to play today,
the
but he
five through
didn't.
10 seeds, I think they'll be the best in the playoffs if they can stay healthy. I mean,
Again, I think they have the highest ceiling.
uh-huh.
Whether they'll reach that, I mean, if I were a betting man, I wouldn't bet on it. But like
And with all
objectively,
their
they have the
injuries,
highest ceiling.
I mean,
What's up?
they have similar records to all those teams, even with all the injuries they've had. Maxi, Embiid,
Yeah,
Paul
and
George, the
that's the
suspension, Kelly
argument I've
Oubre,
seen.
everybody.
Sorry, that's the argument I've seen. Like when people are arguing Miami or the Hornets, or like we have the same record, we have a better record, and Joel's been hurt for like 20 something games.
hmm And the Hornets
And
weren't stellar to start the year, and then
4-14, I
post
believe, was
January
the start.
1st, they were flaming hot, and now they're kind of cooling back down.
I wouldn't say completely cooling down. I do think that, yeah, obviously there's been a little bit of a step back. just because of how good they were shooting. And I think the 3-point variance for other teams, like other teams weren't shooting too hot against them. So that's also like that could also be seen as a little fake as their defense isn't that good. But their 3-point shooting with Miller, Khan, Melo, he who shall not be named. I like Zion James as a rookie. I like I think it's his name Green off the bench. Josh Green, is that his name?
What?
What the fuck is that guy's name? He used to be on the Mavs. That guy's a good shooter. I know. I for whatever reason his name is escaping me. And I don't know. I think it's the Hornets and the Sixers. I think that both of these teams though could lose to a Miami in the play-in though, like in a single game sample size. I do think that's possible, just because Miami's own Spo coaches a unbelievable game, outcoaches Nick Nurse, who's ass. Or what is the Hornets coach's name? I forget too. I should know it because he's actually kind of cool. I know the type of sets he runs with all like the guard screens, and like he actually runs like legitimate like defense. Like offensive sets where he switches back and forth pretty awesomely through letting freeform offense just like a NBA offense just like play through each other, and he also and switching from like off ball screens and like rotations that are meant to get a certain guy open, which is I think is like the perfect, like that's the balance I wish Nick Nurse would have with the team. Like that's like in my mind I feel like that's how modern offenses should be run. Free flowing, like 50-50 free flowing and like actual like planned out offense to attack certain teams' weaknesses. And that I know that's what the Hornets do because I've seen many people break them down. And like that's one of the reasons why their offense pops off along with their talented 3-point shooting. And I should have here, let me look up his name. Well, who do you feel the Hornets and Sixers best match up against? Ignore the possible like who they actually need to wins and losses. When you're looking at Pistons, Celtics, Cavs, Knicks, who do you think the Hornets have the best chance to beat, and also the Sixers?
I'd say for the Hornets, I'd say the Knicks, just because they have the worst defense of the four, and their 3-point shooting. If they could really get tap into that against the Knicks defense that hasn't been really good, I feel like that could be the swing. Whereas the Pistons, their sole thing is defense. Celtics, obviously, they're one of the most well-rounded teams, and then the Cavs, their defense is probably second worst. But I don't know. Who do they have on the wing that can really guard the
You're
Cavs?
saying the Knicks? I don't know if the Knicks matchup. I don't know if the Hornets match up amazingly with the Knicks, because when you look at the Hornets defensively, I think they're getting torched.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the offensive side of the ball. Well, on defense, yeah,
I'm trying to look at the whole I think the Hornets match it better with the Pistons because they do talk about this in Nerd Sesh, this exact fact about the Pistons. So I'm not shout out to them. But the the Pistons get a lot of their points in the paint, offensive rebounds, fast breaks off steals, Jalen Duren bumping, like stuff around the rim without a lot of perimeter shot making skill or like just ball creation. In a team they've been in so many close games this year. Like how many times? Like I feel like don't you see like the Pistons in a close game with like a bad team every once in a while? Just like I feel like I see it a lot actually.
Yeah.
And but they made this point too, that the Hornets have like the second worst net rating in the clutch. Did you know that?
No.
They're like really bad in the clutch. So I guess I would choose the Knicks just because they have such huge flaws. But I really do think, at least I don't want to. Do you want to keep talking? Give your Sixers take first. Who do you think they'd match up best with?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it. I I'd really love to see y'all face off against the Knicks just because the rivalry there, but also because I feel like they don't really have anybody to stop and beat. I know you talk about Mitch Robb, but
Mitch Rob is good at it, but
yeah,
the offense is. I mean, people. He's like, shoot. I don't know what it is. I know it's below 40% from the free throw line, and people literally play a hack of Mitch
yeah. I
like
mean, like
sometimes.
they can't just play him the whole game to guard Embiid because on
Absolutely,
offense it'll be a four
like
on
20
five.
minutes the most.
And then Cat, I mean, he has foul issues both on offense and defense, and I think that's
Mhm.
barbecue chicken for Embiid. So
Oh
I
yeah,
don't,
Cat cooks him. I mean, he cooks Cat.
yeah. And then I mean, Brunson on Maxi is a both smaller guards. And I
Yeah,
think
but
Maxi has kind of leapfrogged himself
Maxi is
over
way better
Brunson.
defense.
And
Maxi is way better defensively.
yeah, so I'd give that to Maxi. And then again, I mean, VJ is kind of in the same category as like Ananobi and Mikal Bridges, where they can hit a three and they're super athletic and they can defend. And
By the way,
then
and VJ's gotten actually a hold of like not a hold. VJ has gotten the best of Brunson defensively in two of their series matchups
so do you
where
think
he held
VJ
Brunson.
would guard Brunson?
Yeah, VJ guards Brunson, and then Maxi is on a guy like if they have Josh Hart out there, or if they have or like a guy like McHale, who is just he kind of switches between McHale and OG.
I feel like
But
it's weird though because Maxi's like a whole
that would
lot
fit.
shorter than those wings.
But Maxi has a 6'8" wingspan, and he's just strong. He has, he's the most points off turnovers and the most fast break points in the NBA.
Yeah, I can probably guess.
And he also has missed a lot. He's missed games. I don't know, if he played the full season, those numbers would be
Oh, it's not
insanity.
like per game, it's like total points.
Oh, total
Wow.
for both of
Yeah,
those stats:
that's
points off
crazy.
turnovers and fast break points. That is crazy, right?
Yeah.
God, he's so cool. He dunked on that "He who shall not be named" in that Hornets game,
You see
and that
try to
was
dap him up.
yeah. And then he pointed and laughed at him.
I love it.
You can own that clown.
Yep.
Can't believe he's in the NBA when a saint like Jaden Ivey is out. Like, come on. You know
Yeah.
where we stand, viewers.
No, but it is funny how people like try to say, "How's Josh Giddey and Miles Bridges still in the league when Jaden
Okay,
Ivey isn't?" That's like saying,
did we ever get a bottom of whether Josh Giddey's innocent or not? I don't know.
well, I think they dismissed the case because there wasn't enough evidence, or it was she never disclosed her age, so she was lying, saying she was of age. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
what I thought.
So
And
he didn't actually like do anything bad, not that to my knowledge.
yeah, that's what I thought too, yes.
But yeah,
But
it's just
also,
like they're basically saying, obviously, I mean, the NBA doesn't really care about domestic violence because a lot
they do
less
not.
players would be in the league if they kicked everybody out.
Goodbye, Jackson Hayes.
Goodbye,
Uh,
KPJ.
oh my
Goodbye,
God.
Miles
I
Bridges.
haven't heard that clown in so long. Well, has he been playing?
Yeah.
Has he been doing good? I've literally heard nothing.
Um, I
Do
mean,
you know?
Ryan Rollins is kind of in that KPJ role that he was last year when he kind of broke out. Ryan Rollins is kind of just a better KPJ.
That Brian Rollins is like real, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess I should get to mine. I really think the Sixers fully healthy. Obviously, have to say that, even though I like to live in a world of happiness and a world of hopefulness. So I'm gonna act like they're healthy because they're healthy right now. I think they could beat the Pistons or the Knicks because, like I said, the Pistons live in the paint, and the Sixers' offense is way better. What?
Guess who the Bucks' top three leading scorers were today against the Rockets? You're never gonna
I
guess. I'll
mean,
tell you. Number one is Uzman Zhang with 36, 10, and 7. Number
Damn.
2 is McCormick Ryan with 25 points, UNC
I
legend.
genuinely don't know who that is.
And number 3 is Pete Nance with 23 points on
I know Pete
70%.
Nance.
Former Sixer.
I think we picked him up for a second. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pete Nance. Shout out. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
really
was
think
going
we.
to KPJ
Oh,
stats. On the year, he's averaging 17, 7, and 5 on 46, 32, 78 shooting with 57% true shooting.
do you want to sign him?
Um, yeah, if the toss up, I think his history leans me towards no.
Awesome sauce. That's W. That's W decision. Uh, I'll say what's it? I think the Sixers match up really good with the Pistons and the Knicks as like again their offense. They're just their ceiling is just as talented or more talented these teams. It's just can they handle the rebounding? Because honestly, that's our biggest flaw. I mean, obviously the defense could be tough, but I've seen them like in big matchups ramp up defense and the defensive intensity from like Kelly Oubre, VJ Edgecombe. Paul George is such a good defender,
Hmm.
and yeah, I mean, I'm not. Again, I say I wouldn't put money on it, but the Sixers, man, they're fun in the East. Do you think the Heat have any chance of making actual noise if they make it out of the plan?
You see, I mean, the team is already pretty decent, but when you add a player that's a better scorer than Kobe, I think that just it takes the team to another level. But no, I don't know. I mean, like you said, Spo is historically great coach, and I
But in
mean
a
they
7 game
have
series stuff, they've been killed the last 2 years.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe if like the Pistons still don't have Cade, I think that'll be a more 50-50. But like
I
if they
would
play the
actually,
Celtics, they're just gonna get
yeah, I could definitely
dog
see that. But
walked.
I think that if the Pistons don't have Cade, Hornets, Sixers, Heat, and dare I say the Raptors? No, I don't. Maybe beat them. Just because in a playoff setting, the game really is different, and the defense is going to be ramped up so much more. And like young, try hard, athletic team that has amazing defense but bad offense, like especially in the half court, which is even worse without Cade, just has never been good in the playoffs. Shout out to the Grizzlies. Shout out to who else was the Rockets last year before they got KD. Like there's a limit to these teams, and I don't know. I would I don't think the Magic. Well, if Paolo is playoff Paolo again, then maybe even the Magic could be a cadeless Pistons.
Hmm.
But yeah, and then I don't think I see. Dude, the Cavs and Celtics are scary
Yeah.
because I'm a James Harden optimist for whatever reason, even though I don't like him. I
In the
really think that
playoffs?
this year. This year,
Hmm.
I know I'm freaking crazy. I think the fact that he's going to be a second option. I don't know if this is the year where he doesn't collapse. I know they also went over his numbers, and I really saw it firsthand as a Sixers fan. Of the longer the series goes, the worse he gets. I don't know. I don't maybe him not being the main guy is it's just what does it. Okay.
Okay.
Do you wanna talk about any of the West teams?
Yeah. Do you want to give your takes? Start off.
Sure. I am more torn on all the West teams because I don't know. I like the Suns, but now that we're actually getting closer to the playoffs, I just in my heart of hearts, I don't think that they can upset a team. The Warriors. Can I say something about the Warriors? Brandon Pajemski gets too much hate online. Am I crazy? That Uh-oh. I'm going to keep talking
Sorry,
because
I'm
Ben's
here.
not. Oh, he is here.
I was
Do
washing
you
my
think?
hands and I was muted, so I can.
You're
Yeah,
good. You're
no,
good.
it's so funny the account, and then
Oh my,
he
there's
was
so many.
like, "Why does everybody want me to score 30?"
Like, do you know his like stats over? Let me just see his stats the last. Oh my gosh, the last week. This is his current game. 12, 2, and 1 against San Antonio right now. And then against Denver, 23, 5, and 2, 22, 10, and 7, 22, 6, and 5, 20, 10, and 6. And he had a bad game, 5 and 1. Then 15, 6, and 3, 10, 6, 5, 10, 4, 3, 25, 5, 6, 20. I'm going to stop at 25, 10, 2. Like, these aren't like, like this guy is worst player, terrible, kill him numbers. This is also on 37% from three on five
Hmm.
attempts. That's pretty good. I know that
Yeah.
he's not great from the field, but the 3-point percentage is good. I don't know. I see him get too much hate. I don't even think he's good. I don't even like him like that much. I think it's like people like want to kill him.
Yeah.
Like, he shouldn't be killed. But what were we talking about? Oh, the playing teams in the West. I I think it's just the Clippers, bro. I think it's just the
Yeah.
Clippers. Darius Garland is so freaking cool. I don't even care if Kawhi's dead. DG is him. I need to see. Also, they did talk about it, but Minnesota's the 6th seed. They're a fake 6th seed, right?
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't. If this
No, they're
again, what it
gonna
looks
turn
like,
up.
it looks like 6-3 is going to be Nuggets Minnesota. They even talk about it. That's like a 50-50 series, right? That's not some that's not some upset, right?
Yeah.
Because Ant's been hurt for quite a bit as well. Oh my God, the Kings beat the Raptors tonight. Holy
Hey.
shit, dude! Why are the Kings winning games?
Yeah.
Precious Achua 28, DeMar DeRozan 28, Malik Monk almost 20. Yeah, guys, way to way to really tank that pick. What are we doing? That mean? Oh my gosh! Wait, I'm sorry. I know this is live Sixers reaction. I'm gonna go to the standings. The Sixers are out of the play-in. Holy shit! As of
Really
right
on
now.
the 6th seed?
Yes, that with that loss, we are out because we have the tiebreaker over Toronto. We have the tiebreaker over Charlotte. We don't have the tiebreaker over Miami, but right now they are 2.5 games behind us. So also Atlanta is 2.5 games ahead of us. So if we can just keep pace with Toronto and Charlotte just going forward, even if we tie, and I know they play each other, they have tough games. Like we can just coast to the 6th seed, which right now looks like we're playing the Knicks,
Let's go.
which we just talked about. Which they're 2.5 games ahead of Cleveland.
Last time y'all played, it was 3-6, right?
Yes, no, we actually came out of the play-in
Oh.
because that was the year where we had to fucking. It was the week Joel got back is when we forced him to go to the play-in. Because by the way, I don't know if you remember, there was an option to get like really really like long-term like health surgery, or there was an option to rush him back for this season. And
Oh yeah.
of course, the Sixers decided to rush him back. And so literally, it was like 2 games, and then he had the plan where Nicholas Batum had like two clutch, like he had one putback underhand, like behind the backboard layup where he barely got it off, and a catch and shoot no dip three. I remember that was a legendary Nicholas Batum game, and then obviously we lose in 6 to the Knicks in some that series was insane. Maxi clutch shots to send it to overtime. Dante DiVincenzo, multiple offensive rebounds to him to have been almost a buzzer beater. Every single game in that series came down to the last minute, not even 2 minutes, last minute. And I think it would kind of do that again, and that would scare me. But that would be awesome. I would be so hyped. I also, again, I would there's no way because it looks like we're just kind of winning games now. But there was a universe where I was hoping that we just kind of lost a bunch of games, or maybe we sat Joel and Paul George and then tanked it. But then we to maybe go 9-10 and then 7-8. because you have to win 2 games, but that's just not realistic. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
To play Detroit possibly without Cade. But low key, save for whatever reason Charlotte, because by the way, the games that Charlotte loses are the games that they don't shoot good from 3. They are reliant on it. Obviously, they are reliant on it. So say that maybe they meet up with Toronto and Scotty Barnes guards Brandon Miller and Con Knipple at the same time, just ices them up because he's just such a good defender. And then they have to like go through the whoever wins 9-10 and they face Detroit. Bro, Hornets could be in the second round. That would be freaking awesome. Which is what we just kind of talked about. I am rooting for the Hornets.
So am I.
Like, how can you not? Even though, dude, they're such shitters, and they all. I guess maybe this is my. They fucking like huddle. They like rally around Miles Bridges. I hate it. Like, I'm sure. Have you seen the video of them all going to Khan's house and his mom
Yeah.
cooks some food?
Yeah.
Fucking Brandon Miller being there just ruins it for everything.
Brandon Miller? You mean Miles Bridges?
Miles Bridges, yes, my bad. Him being there just ruins everything, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, this guy, he's one of the worst guys in the NBA. Well,
Mhm.
he's terrible. But yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know. We went on a huge tangent. I am supposed to be talking about the Clippers right now. My bad. But yeah, Darius Garland. Let me just see. Okay, well, actually, maybe not. Well, I mean, it kind of ranges. 24-2, 15-2-11, but that's a W. That's 11 assists. 35-6, 24-6, 41-11-8. I don't know. It just over that. That's like over the last week. He just looks better. Like he's getting better. And also, he's 41. He's 42% from three this year on 7 attempts. Like his toe is finally back. And Bill Simmons actually said this when he was actually kind of praising Embiid and Kawhi, where he was talking about how they're at the stages in their career, kind of, or at least what we've seen over this year, where they might miss a month, but the day they come back, they're like back to being like star like value on the court, which has
Hmm.
happened all through this year, which is again, which is kind of crazy. I know. I know. I don't know if you know this. Kawhi and Embiid both had the same knee surgeon,
Oh
their
yeah,
most
yeah.
recent one, and he actually, he genuinely cooked because both of them. Obviously, there's been actually other injuries other than the knees that have affected these guys, but the knees are holding up. And like it does, like when they go down for an injury, they come back. Joel drops 30, 31. Kawhi comes back. He drops 34 in their first games back. And just like like
Yeah.
what an it's pretty cool. Do you have anything? Do you have any like hope in any of these other West teams?
I
Because the
mean,
Warriors are cooked.
yep.
The Blazers aren't good enough. Or do you think the Blazers are good enough?
No.
And then, I mean, I'm not planting my flag in the Suns, and the Clippers are kind of like the Hornets, where they literally fucking sucked for so long, and they're the team that also turned it around. And I just like Darius Garland, and I like Mathurin as a punch, like just kind of like a punch guy. I don't even think he's more. He plays like he thinks he's more skilled. I don't know if you've watched a lot of Mathurin, but he does stuff.
Uh-uh.
He plays like he's a star, and so. But you know what? It actually kind of is so interesting. It actually always leads to free throws. He is a great free throw getter, which is so valuable in the playoffs. I know he actually averaged 9 free throws a game in one of the playoff series last year, where I think it was Eastern Conference Finals, which is just like that could be such a valuable piece off the bench.
Mhm.
And yeah, I like the Clippers. I like the Suns too, but unfortunately, unless you get a absolute dog shit shooting and just like maybe Wemby like falls and gets a concussion, there is like no freaking way that neither of these teams are going to beat Oklahoma City or the Spurs, right?
Oh.
No way, no freaking way.
Yeah.
And yeah, And here, Ben, talk for a sec.
Yeah, so right now the Timberwolves are at the 6th seed, so they're right out of the plan. And the Lakers right now are the 3 seed. Andrew said they're slotted to play the Nuggets, but it's
Ooh.
actually the Lakers right now.
Oh yeah, and the Lakers kind of have the 3 seed. I think people think that Minnesota's going to pass Houston again because Ant's coming back, so they're going to start winning games. And
Uh,
Houston, let me look at their schedule because I know they play us, and I think we're pretty even to Houston just in a regular season context because obviously they're so good rebounding, which attacks us directly. Okay,
mhm.
Houston has Utah. They'll probably win. They have Golden State. They'll probably win. They have Phoenix. Phoenix might win that. Then they have Philly. Philly might win that. And then they actually play Minnesota. So Minnesota might hold their own destiny in that Houston game. So tune into that. That'll be awesome. And then
Yeah.
they finish out with Memphis. So Houston actually is an extremely easy schedule to finish it out. Let me just look at Minnesota because we can kind of figure out what the playoff matchups will be off this. Minnesota has Detroit. I think they should win that. They have Philly. Fuck me. Toss up Charlotte, toss up. They'll beat Indiana, they'll beat Orlando. They have to beat Houston, and then they have the Pelicans. So if they can get through this tough 3 game stretch of Detroit, Philly, Charlotte, then they kind of can breeze through it. So yeah, I mean, both these teams, I think either could possibly be in the like the 4-5 spot, 5-6 spot. I mean, 5-6 spot. I'll pose a question to you. Who do you think the Lakers want to see the most
Um,
out of the 4 through 6 from
well,
Denver to
definitely the
Minnesota?
Rockets.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, that. I mean, I guess that's not that crazy of a question. Who do you think
Yeah,
the Rockets want to see? I guess that's more of a question. Who do you think the Rockets feel like they have their best chance to beat?
probably the Lakers.
I guess so. And then we just talked about how the Lakers would want to see them. So
Yeah, because I
I
mean,
guess
I
yeah, the
think the
West.
Lakers are number 5 in Western Conference teams. I take OKC, Spurs, Nuggets, and Timberwolves over them still.
Ooh, that's an interesting take. You don't think Matt Luca crazy like just hero ball is gives them a ceiling enough?
No, I mean, I still don't think the team is constructed well enough to sustain in the playoffs, even though Luca has been on a crazy tear.
I haven't seen people talk about this, and even Nerd says shout out. I know they're not the end all be all for basketball takes, but Ben, we're just talking to each other. There's no one listening. So no, but I was saying, Austin Reeves got absolutely clamped against the Timberwolves last time they played. He was the worst in that series. He could not do anything against the size that they threw at him. And honestly, Naw was one of the big helpers, but Jaden absolutely locked him up. Ant locked him up. I don't know. I maybe because Naw's gone, and that guy really is like one of those lock you up, fuck you up type defenders. I remember what they did to Jamal Murray, just Jaden and Naw switching off him, just like
Hmm.
assaulting him. Like that was some of the craziest defense I've seen in my life. Like that entire like Timberwolves series versus the Nuggets, which I was still in my Jokic hater shit because of Embiid. So I was hardcore rooting for the Timberwolves. Um, but also, Ant is awesome.
Yeah, he has a lot of aura. I actually ended up listening to the podcast with the numbers on the board about their random draft.
Uh huh.
And yeah, I remember, was it Derek or Pierre that said Hakeem Olajuwon for attractive
Say.
players, and they're like, no.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then
Hakeem is not attractive.
he said Dirk. What
Yeah,
else did
that's
he
not
say? Who was
attractive.
the first guy? And then he was like, as low key trolling.
They were trying to get stuff off. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
But yeah, it was so
Um,
funny that I do you know anybody that went to college? You said Desmond Bain, went to college for 4 years.
Yeah, that I did know that. Grayson Allen came to mind, but I right.
Yeah, the only person I knew was Malcolm Brogdon.
I thought of
That's
Grayson
it.
Allen, Bane, which is not. I mean, I picked Bane over Grayson, obviously,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, Grayson is so obvious.
Mhm.
He was just the face of Duke. Yeah, Grayson Allen.
Yeah,
Um,
hate that
so
guy.
I mean, I don't really, I don't really have anything else. Do you have anything to update on the Bucks or the Falcons with their new jerseys?
Yeah, I'll start with the Bucks first. So yeah, they are out of playoff contention. They're 10 games behind the 10 seed.
Let Giannis play. Let Giannis play.
But yeah, hopefully we beat the Mavericks last night, and then we had a back-to-back against the Rockets tonight, and we barely lost.
There you go.
So we have, let's see. Yeah, we're the best. We're the 10th, we're the 11th seed in the East,
Hmm.
and we are the only team that's not in the playoffs. Okay, yeah. We have the best record of all the teams that are not in the play-in. So we're at the very bottom. Does that make sense? Not the lottery, but
Yeah.
the four teams that
Yes.
won't make the play-in.
Yes, that makes sense.
But also the Pelicans are they're not the worst team anymore. So
No, they're not. They're really not. Who's the worst team? Pacers. Luke, actually, the Pacers are not. The Washington Wizards are the worst team in the league. They are 19. I
only
mean, they're
this year.
17. They're 17 and 59. Indiana's actually on a 2-game win streak for whatever reason. Don't know why that is. For the vibes, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else. We'll get more into playoff predictions when the time comes. I don't really have
Oh
any
yeah,
NFL stuff.
forgot the
Oh,
Falcons. So yeah,
yeah,
our
New
New
Jersey.
Jerseys, or at least our red ones got leaked. And I think they're pretty good. People are like complaining because they're plain red,
They're so
but
boring. I'm sorry.
it's pretty similar to our throwbacks in that. But I also think like some sleeve stripes because I've seen like
And
concepts of the same jersey with some stripes on the sleeve. It looks a lot better. But I think we're supposed to release them tomorrow, so we'll know pretty
oh, okay.
soon what it'll actually look like.
Did
Yeah,
you
it is
see
pretty
Hirsch getting
boring.
hate?
No,
It was just Twitter. It was all over.
what was he getting
I
hate
don't know.
for?
No, just as a like no, not nothing specific. I mean, just like as a player.
Oh,
Like the people are saying he's bad. And that's like
he's
the
not
discussion
bad.
today. No, he's like he's good. He's good. I wouldn't say he's not amazing, but he's great. He's great. He's a pretty great quarterback,
Uh-huh.
but he's not amazing. But great is awesome, and he's also clutch, and he has the freaking Kobe gene. He has the freaking Mamba mentality.
He has the
It might have
Shea
been
aura.
Colorado. No, yes, he's nothing to do with Colorado. Oh, what a terrible guy! Everyone sucks. Awesome. Do you have
Yeah.
anything else? Do you want to? I mean, we kind of went
Um,
through it.
yeah, we got to everything.
Yeah, that was good. Well, you guys are
Um,
hearing us doing our after pod talk on
yep, our
on the
unplugged.
pod. Oh, you want to unplug? Well,
No,
what are we going to plug with?
I don't know. You've been playing Rivals and
I'm
Rocket
playing
League,
my.
right?
I've been gaming I've been since I've been forced to be in the house and not been able to move. But yeah, I've been playing Rivals. It's I have a I kind of have a love hate relationship with hero shooters like Overwatch. Like I used to play the fuck out of Overwatch, but
Mhm.
I don't play it anymore because the game it just gets
toxic.
So toxic. Yeah, and people are terrible. Rocket League is also so toxic. I mean, it is one of them. It's more toxic than it is. It's more. I again. I've been asked. I've been told to like die in a fire, die. Like that was the messages I was being sent on Rocket League after I score a goal. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
But it is funny. But yeah, I toxicity. It depends on. Like I told you this. It depends on whether I think I'm better than the person.
Hmm.
Like if I think I'm better than the person and it's my fault that I'm losing, then I'm upset if someone's trash talking me. But if someone's trash talking and I'm like, this guy's better than me, I was like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm shit out of luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been playing anything? What have you been up to? Tell us about your flag football leagues.
Oh yeah. So I had a scrimmage this past Thursday,
Mhm.
and it was me and my co-rec team. So we need at least three girls on the field at all times. And we can have a guy to guy reception, so guy quarterback, guy receiver, but we can't have back to back. So our next completion has to either be a girl quarterback or a girl receiver before we can
So
go back to. So, but our captain signed us up to play against a men's comp team in the scrimmage,
so funny.
and we also only had two girls that showed up. So we didn't. Well, we also didn't have any subs, so we had everybody playing the whole time, and we only had two girls, and we were also just guy to guy reception the whole time. And also, men aren't allowed to scramble as quarterbacks; women can. But we were just scrambling anyways, and
Beast
we got mercy
mode.
rolled like 28-0.
So funny. Beast
Yeah.
mode.
We got into the red zone once. And then I had like they put like their center on me, this bigger guy, and I kind of smoked him, and I was open, but our quarterback just overthrew me. Like he was getting some pressure and he just launched it, and he just threw a little bit too far. But yeah, those were our only real two opportunities. Our quarterback threw like five interceptions, and um, we actually got one interception. The ball got deflected and right into the hands of one of our guys. We also dropped like four other picks, so it could have there's a world where it was at least semi-competitive, but yeah, it was pretty bad overall.
Not
But
this world.
then for my men's recreational league, we had a game yesterday, and we had one extra person, so we had one sub, and they had me start on the bench, so that's great. Um, and we were on defense first, and they went down and they scored. So then we're on offense. I came onto the field, and we scored a touchdown. And obviously, that's my first touchdown ever on a team because we didn't score any last week. And so after that, we kind of lost the lead, or we kind of just stopped being
Mhm.
competitive. It got pretty bad. And we ended up losing by like two or so touchdowns. And then we were talking, whatever. And then the refs came up and they're like, yo, you guys have a double header. So y'all are supposed to, here, y'all, captain, we need you to come to the coin toss. And we're like, what? So we decided we were going to play because why not? And we were gassed and somebody got hurt. So we had no subs. And there was just some dude watching. And we were like, yo, just put on some flags and hop on the field. And the refs didn't say anything. We had this random dude play the second game, and he's pretty good. He scored, I think, one touchdown, and he was our quarterback
Beast
for a couple plays.
mode.
And the scenario ended up being we were down five with about 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter with the ball. So we just needed a touchdown, and we got one first down. We're about midfield, and it got to fourth down. Apparently, our quarterback didn't know it was fourth down, so he
Oh
kind of just like
no.
launched it, and it was incomplete. And then it was turnover on downs, and he had room to
Brutal.
run, and he
Brutal.
was like, "Yeah, I didn't know." So he could have just ran, scrambled, got the first down, but yeah, we
That's
lost the
tough.
second game. And yeah,
Beast.
but I caught about 10 passes between the two games.
Beast mode.
Didn't drop any passes. I was the center at the end there because our center got hurt.
Yeah, were these serious injuries? I didn't ask.
So the first guy, he's wearing cleats, and the cleats weren't very good. So he was receiver, and he tried to like push off the line to like go on his route, and his cleats slipped, so he hurt his hamstring. And then he
Mhm.
ended up giving his cleats to one of the other guys who didn't have cleats because he was just wearing tennis shoes. And then
Mhm.
the dude that took his cleats had the same injury where his feet slid on the turf, and he also hurt his
Mm.
hamstring.
Huh.
Yeah.
Might be those cleats. Okay. I got nothing else.
I guess that's it. Any March Madness talk?
Nothing for me. I mean,
I'm
that UConn
first
game
in
was
our
insane.
bracket
I'm so
between
bad
me,
at them,
Andrew, and
bro.
Kenneth. I
I'm
have
so bad at
Arizona
them.
winning. You do too, right?
Yeah, and I have like, I'm in fourth place. They both don't have. I have Arizona winning, and I'm in fourth place. They both don't have Arizona winning. I'm like, Houston fucked me so bad.
Yeah, that is
I
tough.
had I had them in the finals. So yeah, that one really messed my everything up. But I'm never really good at them. I wish I was, but I'm not. I feel like Kawhi's gonna go real far. I feel like Kawhi's gonna go. I did pick Kawhi to go really far because my grandma went there, and that's pretty cool, bro. Okay, I was picking off vibes. You know how you have to do a couple off vibes,
Yeah, exactly.
and yeah, it didn't work. It's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, you want to outro this bit, or you want me to?
You got it.
Okay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the Taste Buds podcast, and remember to have a very tasty day. Skadoosh. Wait, is
Boom.
it not? Is it still recording?
It is. Okay, goodbye.